you so much. Thank you so much for everyone. We came here to get time out for Sunday feast, having the darshan of a beautiful deity, Shri Shrita Sachinandan. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So we quickly sing the Mangalacharan prayers for auspicious invocation, and then we'll start with the Katha for today. Please recite if you know. Together we can just share if you don't know. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagarjatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Mitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpataru Bhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namam Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai, thank you so much once again for coming to Sunday feast. So the last 4 sessions, when I got the chance to speak Harikatha, I've been describing the appearance of Lord Jagannath. So we have been, for 4 sessions now, so almost 4 hours. So today is going to be the last part about the appearance of Lord Jagannath, and the further sessions will describe about Lord Jagannath, the temple itself, the Rath Yatra, the different festivals happening, Hera Panchami. Hera Panchami, the Rath Yatra coming from Kundicha temple to Puri temple. Why does it come? Krishna is so desperate to go to Vrindavan, and he's going, and he's been Vrindavan. Kundicha temple is not different than Vrindavan, right? So after going to Vrindavan, going to Kundicha temple, why does he come back? He shouldn't come back, right? Once he goes there, he doesn't come back. But why does he come? So there's a pastime regarding that. So we'll talk about those pastimes as well in the subsequent sessions. Right? For today, it will be the 3rd pastime of Lord appearance. The first pastime we discussed for 3 sessions was the King Indudumna story. That's the pastime comes in the Skanda Puran. Then we talked about how Krishna is in Dwarka, and every night, not just night, during the day as well, he just chants, Upi, Radha, my friends, Maya, give me butter, give me this. In sleep, he keeps on repeating these things. And we talked about pastime, how Narad Muni comes there, Uddhava is there, and all the pastime, right? That particular pastime. So today we'll talk about one more pastime of Lord Jagannath, appearance of Lord Jagannath, which is more common. Right? So we'll talk about that. But because this is a very, very special month, the Lord Jagannath is called as Purushottama. Purushottam, Lord Jagannath stays in Purushottam Kshetra. And this month is Purushottam month, Mass. So it's imperative we'll talk something about the significance of word Purushottam and connect it with Lord Jagannath as well. Okay? So Krishna has a name called as Uttama Shloka. Anyone know any verse concerning, which appears with the word Uttama Shloka in Bhagavatam or anywhere else? Anyone knows about the multiple verses? First comes in the first canto, first chapter itself. Vayam tu na vitrapyama uttama shloka vikrame Yakshanvatar sa jnanam swadu swadu pade pade. The sages are telling through the Goswami that the Krishna Katha is so nectarian, we can't stop hearing it. Swadu swadu pade pade. At each and every step, we are relating so much. We want to hear Krishna's pastimes. And at many places, Sri Prabhupada also, you can see this, Prabhupada says, Uttama Shloka, what does it mean? Oh, sorry. Here, can you see here? This paragraph. Therefore, the Lord's name is, another name is Uttama Shloka. Uttama Shloka means the choicest words. Prabhupada uses the word. We'll talk about that. Uttama means the highest. Shloka means the verse. And Prabhupada uses the word choicest poetry, or choicest verses. So it means those verses which glorify Krishna are Uttama, the topmost. Or he for whom always choicest poetries are used. When describing Krishna, the best selected verses are used. Right? Or Krishna is that person for whom selected verses are used. Right? So Krishna is called as Uttama Shloka. So the word is Uttama Shloka Vikrame. Vikrame means activities. The Lord Uttama Shloka, the Krishna, activities are very, very great. Vikrama. Vaman Dev's other name is Trivikrama. Trivikrama, 3 steps. Trivikrama. Right. So, I'm going to show one word. So Krishna is described with so many beautiful, beautiful verses in all through the literatures. Right? So I will show one verse written by our beloved Acharya, Sri Rupa Goswami, in his book called as Stavamala. Okay? It's a tongue twister verse. We have so many tongue twisters in seashells on the seashore, all kind of tongue twisters. But this is a verse so beautiful, absolutely magnificent verse by Sri Rupa Goswami, just using 2 syllables, Ra and Dha. Just using 2 syllables, he has described the pastime of Govardhan. Okay? I'll show the verse. Yeah. Let me know when you can see. Okay? Uttama Shloka verse. Want to try? So beautiful verse. So I will recite the verse in a piece by piece, and then we'll go ahead. Okay? Dhare dhara dhara dharam, dhare dhara dhara dharam, dhara dhara dhura rudham, dhira dhir araradhi, dhirodham radha dhurandharam. This is tongue twisting verse. So I'll break the verse down and we'll talk it. Okay? Again. Dhare dhara dhara dharam, dhara dhara dhura rudham, dhira dhir araradhi, dodha radha dhurandharam. Okay? These 2 syllables, if you see the verse, these are 2 syllables, Ra and Dha. And everything, the variation of that syllables. De, Dha, Dhi, Dhu, Ra, De. Okay? And we'll talk about this verse. This is choicest poetry. And Rupa Goswami has gone one step ahead. Just using 1 syllable, na. No, na, na, no, no, nam. This is a different verse. Using just 1 syllable, he has described Krishna. So we'll describe this example of Uttama Shloka Vikrama. Uttama Shloka, we'll describe this verse. Okay? So, Dhare means on the earth. Dhara means Mother Earth. Dhare means on the earth. Okay, on the earth, what happened? Dharam means holding. Krishna is holding on the earth. What is he holding on the earth? Dhara. So, mountains are considered to be held by Mother Earth. Okay? So, Dhare, on earth, Dharam, Krishna is holding, Dhara, mountains which are held by Mother Earth. Does it make sense? Krishna, on the earth, is holding mountain Govardhan, which is held by Mother Earth. Does it make sense? Understanding? So, Dhare, Dhara Dharam. Krishna is holding mountain Govardhan on the earth, which is held by Mother Earth. Okay? Now, so Mother Earth is holding Govardhan, Krishna is on the Mother Earth is holding Govardhan. Okay, now, Dhara Dhara Dhura. Dhara means cloud. Dhara Dharam. Dhara Dhara means again holding. Dhara means cloud. Rain-filled, water-filled cloud. Dhara means it's like a stream, you know, if you know any vernacular Hindi, English, Dhara means stream or water. So Dhara Dharam is cloud. Dhura Rudham, Dhura means flowing. So Krishna wanted to, why did he lift Govardhan? He wanted to Rudham, stop the flow of water from the water-filled cloud. Does it make sense? Dhara Dhara. Cloud filled with water, Krishna wanted to what? Dhura Rudham, stop the onslaught of water falling from the cloud filled with water. Okay, similar, right? It goes in past time. Okay. Then, why did he hold? Why was he healed? You know, we talked about that. Then, at that particular place in Govardhan, under the Govardhan mountain, something fascinating. Dhiradhi. Dhi means, in Sanskrit means intelligence. Dhi. Satyam param dhi mahi. Let's meditate. Right? Dhi means intelligence. Dhiradhi. Dhira means sober. Under Govardhan, there is a very sober devotee. Very exalted sober devotee. Who do you think that is? Yes, Shri Adhika. You see, will come. And what was that sober devotee doing? Aradha. Aradha means worshipping. Aradhana. Radhika means one who does the best aradhana. Okay? So Dhiradhi, a very sober devotee, was doing Aradha. She was doing aradhana, worshipping. For what? So that Krishna can lift the Govardhan hill without getting hurt himself, without hurting himself. So praying, so worshipping, so that Krishna doesn't hurt himself while lifting Govardhan hill. Okay? So, and the next word says, who is a person? Dhiradhi aradhadhi rodham radha. The Dhiradhi, the devotee is Radha. Okay? And at the very end comes, who is that Krishna? Dhurandaram. In Hindi is word, right? Dhurandhar, the hero. She was worshipping so that her hero, Dhurandaram, is protected and doesn't get hurt himself while lifting the Govardhan hill, which is on the Mother Earth. Does it make sense? This verse, so beautiful verse, just using two syllables, Ra and Dha. Dhare dhara dhara dharam, dhara dhara dhura rudham, dhira dhir are radha dhi rodham radha dhurandharam. This is Uttama Shloka. This is how Rupa Goswami wrote the poetry to glorify Sri Krishna and Srimati Radharani. And this is the caliber of Rupa Goswami. Right? And he did not write all this in expectation that one day this will be published. This is called stava. This is called a stotra and this is stava. Stava is personal offering. And stotra is what you write to distribute. Now, sometimes you write personal prayers. Right? You don't write it with expectation that will be published as a book. But devotees know that this is invaluable. That's why they publish it. Okay? So, there's one thing. Now, the other reason why Krishna is called Uttama. Tama means ignorance, tamas. Satvik, satvika, rajasic and tamasic, tamas. Utta means upar, go upward. Uttama means go above ignorance. So Krishna is called Uttama means one, by chanting Krishna's name, we can go beyond ignorance. It's called Uttama. So Uttama Shloka means by chanting verses of Krishna, glorifying Krishna, one can go beyond tamas, ignorance. That is Uttama Shloka. Right? So I was hearing a class by his guest Amarendra Prabhu, and it's a very beautiful phrase. By cutting jokes in the world, we go down. And by cutting shloks in the world, we go up. Difference between shlok and joke. By cutting jokes, we go down, and by cutting shloks, we go up. Right? Uttama Shloka Vikrame. So by chanting Krishna's name, by repeating the words which glorify Krishna, we can go beyond the mode of ignorance. Uttama. Okay? Now, is Krishna just Uttama? No. He is Purushottama. Purushottama means a and you. Kasandhi. When there's a combination between a and you, u becomes o. Purusha Yukta Uttama becomes Purushottama. Right? So Purusha Uttama is not just Uttama, not just the topmost. It's the top cream. Purushottama. Right? And Purusha means Supreme Lord in the enjoying spirit. Bhuktaram Yagya Tapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam Yatma Mam Shanti Mrachati. The enjoying spirit of the Lord is mentioned in this particular verse. It's called as the peace formula. Chapter 5, verse number 29, Bhagavad Gita. Bhuktaram. Who can get peace? People want peace, people want peace. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, who can get peace? Bhuktaram Yagya Tapasam. I am the enjoyer of what? Yagya, sacrifice. Tapas, austerity. And those who know me as Sarva Loka Maheshwaram, as the Supreme Lord of all the universe, all the world, everything. Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. And not just that, Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. I am the best friend, I am the benefactor of not just human beings. Bhutanam, Sarva Bhutanam, all living entities. One who knows these things, what happens? Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam, Jatva. Jatva means those who know this. Mam, as me, I am the benefactor of Yajna, I am the benefactor of austerities, I am the master of all the universes, I am the best friend of all the living entities. Those who know this, Jatva Mam, Shantim Rachati, they get peace. Because then we know that the master, the proprietor is Krishna, not we. Only when we have the controlling mentality, then the problem starts. When we don't have the controlling mentality, tension in no tension. Krishna is the controller. Why do you take tension? Right? So, when who knows these things, 4 things, Krishna says they attain peace. It's called the peace formula. Prabhupada says peace formula. Right? So, when Krishna appears as Sri Ramachandra, Ramachandra is called as which Purushottam? All the forms of Lord are Purushottam. When Lord Ram appears, he has a very specific name. Maryada Purushottam. Maryada means etiquette. He doesn't cross the etiquette. He is not bound by etiquette. He decides to follow the etiquette. It's called Maryada Purushottam. Following all the rules to the T, to dot. He follows everything as mentioned in the Shastra. Not that he has to follow the rules. In chapter 4, chapter 3, Krishna says, chapter 3 I think so. For me, there is no work in this world. I am not bound by any rules. I am not bound by any karma, nothing. I just follow or I just do the work by Yad Yad Acharati Shrestha Tat Tat Evite Rojana Sayat Pramana Kurute Lokastat Anuvartate. Because if I don't follow, people use me as a scapegoat. Hey, Krishna did not do. Why should I do? So, to teach Shishinitai Shachanande Bhagwan ki Jai, Lakshmi Narasimha Bhagwan ki Jai, Prabhupada ki Jai. To follow, so Krishna, Lord Ram, doesn't have to follow any rules. But the greatness is to teach us. He comes and follows the rules. That is greatness. Just like, parents know how to A, B, C, D, everything. But they hold the child's hand and they write A, B. Not that parents know, but they still hold the hand and teach the child by writing A, B, C, D. Similarly, the Lord comes and He follows the rules not because He has to, but He wants to, so that we can follow Him. Okay? So Lord Ram is called as Maryada Purushottam. Krishna is also Purushottam, but he's different Purushottam. Why is Krishna called as? Leela Purushottam. Leela Bihari, Vrindavan Bihari, Leela Purushottam Krishna. He wants Swachhanda Bihar. Full majja. He wants to, because he loves frolicking, he loves playing flute, jump from one tree to other, jump in the Yamuna, run behind the cows, run behind the calves, sometimes live Govardhan. All just enjoy. Leela Purushottam. So we can imitate Lord Ram to one extent, not everything, to one extent, but we should not ever imitate Lord Krishna, because it's impossible. We should follow his instructions, as mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. People try to imitate Krishna. They want to play Ras Leela. But we should say, first live Govardhan, and then do Ras Leela. Right? So we should follow Krishna's instructions. So Lord Ram is Maryada Purushottam, Krishna is Leela Purushottam, and in Kali Yuga, who came? Shriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? What is the name of which Purushottam? He is also Purushottam. He is Prema Purushottam. Sachidananda Gaura Hari is Prema Purushottam. He comes to distribute Krishna Prema. He is Prema Purushottam. And there is a very beautiful verse in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 7, verse 23. Patra patra vichara nahi nahi. Patra patra vichara nahi, nahi sthana sthan. Patra apatra. Patra means eligibility. Patra apatra. He doesn't see patra patra vichara nahi. He doesn't see if someone is eligible or not. Nahi sthana sthan, if it's the right place or not. He doesn't care. Je jaha paye, where he finds the person, what does he do? Tahe kore premadhan. He just gives Krishna prema. He doesn't see any eligibility. Oh, you're not fit, no, I won't give you. No discrimination. Equality. To anyone and everyone, he gives Krishna prema. That is Prema Purushottam, Shri Gaura Sundar Sachidananda Gaura Hari. Right? And that eternal land of the Supreme Lord, that doesn't sink even in the Mahapralaya. Markandeya Rishi, it comes, Bhagavatam comes, very small part, but in Skanda Purana is much more detailed way. Markandeya Rishi, do you remember the past time? Markandeya Rishi was floating in the devastating ocean, and he saw a very small island with a tree. Anyone remembers? If I say something more, you will remember. There, Krishna puts his toe in the mouth. Anyone remember that picture? Krishna is putting his toe in the mouth and lying on the banyan leaf, right? So that pastime, the place is called as Purushottam Kshetra. Skanda Purana mentions the place which Markandeya Rishi saw in the devastating flood. That place is, which doesn't even sink during that time when the Mahapralaya comes. That place is Purushottam Kshetra, Jagannath Puri. Right? So in the Purushottam month, we'll talk about Purushottam Dham, about Purushottam Bhagwan. Okay? One more anecdote. Okay? In Narasimha Puran, when Hiranyakashipu asked for wonderful boons, amazing boons, he was so extremely intelligent. Right? He asked for so many different types of boons, which he thought would make him invincible. Brahma, please make sure that I am not killed during the day or night, not inside, outside, not in the air, not on the land, not by animals, not by wild beasts, not by any weapons. He tried to cover all the bases, asking for boons, everything. Right? That's mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? But Narasimha Puran adds one more. Narasimha Puran adds one more. We can have Lord Jagannath. Yes. In Narasimha Puran, there's one more condition. I should not be killed in any of the 12 months of the year. And Brahmaji said, Tathastu, so be it. Brahmaji did. Now the problem comes where? Who has headache? Vishnu. Brahmaji says, Tathastu, Lord Shiva says Tathastu, and Lord Shiva says, Abhi kya karu? How to mitigate this? Right? So Brahmaji said, may you not be killed within day or night, may you not be killed inside or outside, may not be killed by birds or beasts, may not be killed by any weapons, may not be killed by in any of the 12 months. It seems everything is covered. Right? So what happens? Our Purushottam Lord created what? The 13th month. The 12 months in a year, right? He said, Acha, I will create 13th month. And what is the 13th month? Name of 13th month? Purushottam month. That is this month. Krishna created the 13th month, which is not there in the standard 12 months of Vedic calendar, called the Purushottam Mas, Adhik Mas, right? And that is why Lord Narasimha appeared in the Purushottam Mas. So he has to keep the word, right? Even though it's not bound to, but to keep the word of his devotee, Lord Brahma, he created the 13th month and appeared in the 13th month, Purushottam Mas, to kill Hiranyakashipu. Right? That is how amazing Lord is. He created what Hiranyakashipu thought he covered all the bases. And then Krishna just ripped apart everything and created his own rules, in sense. Right? That is how he came as Narasimha. Right? Not a man, not an animal. Narasimha. He was killed during dusk, not day, not night. He was killed on the right in the entrance, not the entrance, the step between the when you go outside the door, not inside, in between. He was killed on the lap of Narasimhadev, not in the sky, not in the ground. He was not killed by any weapons. He was killed by the nails of Narasimhadev. It's not called weapons. Right? So that is Lord Narasimha. That is the Lord. If we think that we can outsmart God, then we already outsmarted. We are quickly and bold already. If we can think, if we can contain the Lord with our mind, we are googly, already out. Right? So now, the third anecdote. I'm connecting Purushottam with Purushottam Mas. Okay, third anecdote from Mahabharata. Who knows Jarasandha? How many people know Jarasandha? Okay, very few. Okay. So Jarasandha was the father-in-law of the amazing Kamsa. Father-in-law. Okay. So Jarasandha has the name Jara and Sandha. So when he was born in two parts. There's a tribal lady called Jara. She joined him, and Jara Sandha. Sandhi means joining. So when Bhima and Jarasandha was fighting, Bhima was not able to defeat Jarasandha, no matter what. What is going on? Then Krishna prompted Bhima, Jarasandha. His weak point is in the middle. Rip him apart like this and put him either side. So, Mentos. Nice. So Jarasandha knew that Krishna prompted Bhima and told him his weakness. So while dying, Jarasandha he told two swear words at Krishna. First is called as Bandhu Han. Han in Sanskrit root word means kill. Na hanyate hanya mane sharire. Bhagavad Gita, second chapter. Atma Gyan. The soul cannot be killed. Han means kill, cut. Bandhu Han. Oh, you are the killer of your own relative. Krishna killed who? Kamsa Mama. Right? Oh, Bandhu Han. One who killed your own relative. And the second was Purushadhama. The lowest of all human beings. He told these two swear words at Krishna and he got liberated. Just imagine. He told two swear words, Krishna, swear words, he got liberated. So, Mother Saraswati is very, very merciful. If you remember, if you know, during the pastime of Govardhan, Indra heard not two, many swear words of Krishna. Vachalam, balisham, stabdam, aham ajnana panditamanina. Vachalam, बहुत बोलता है, talkative. Balish, Panditama, he thinks he is a Pandit. So many bad words he told at Krishna. So Mother Saraswati did a big transformation. Those swear words, according to Indra, was used as a glorification for Krishna. When by the time Krishna heard it, it is a glorification. Similarly, Mother Saraswati took these swear words of Jarasandha and turned it into glorification of Krishna. What does it mean? First word, Bandhu Han. Bandhu means what? Relative. Or that who are, you have such close relation, sambandha with. For living in condition living entity, we are in nice gadbandhan, nice sambandha with whom? Life after life, we are in sambandha with whom? Maya. Kaha Krishna? If we be Krishna, then we will be in Golok Vrindavan, not here. Life after life, we are in sambandha. Bandhu, our bandhu is who? Maya Devi. Bandhu Han. Oh Krishna, you are the person. Just by singing your glories, you can cut the relation between us and Maya Devi. Didn't become glorification of Krishna? One who can cut our ties with Maya Devi is you, O Krishna. So instead of that Bandhuhan as clear of relative, it became who? Bandhuhan, that you are the savior. You sever the bond between us and Maya. Wow, very nice glorification. Okay. And second is the main thing. Second is called Purusha Adhama. Purusha Adhama. So Mother Saraswati Devi, very nice transformation. What did she tell Krishna? Oh Krishna, you are you. He is who? He is that Purusha in comparison with to whom everyone is Adhama. Purusha Adhama means you are that Purusha in comparison to which every other living being is Adhama. Does it make sense? It's a play of words. The words are the same, it's a play of words. You are that Purusha in comparison to every other living beings are Adhama. So you are called as Purushottama. The Purushadhama became Purushottama. Right? Of course, if you glorifying Krishna like that, of course you go back to Godhead. Jarasandha got liberated. Even though he was not killed by Krishna. There is another connection between Purushottam and Purushottam Mas and Krishna. Right? Now, one very interesting information. We have Chaitra, Vaishak, Jyesht, Ashad, Shravan, Bhadrapad, the Vedic calendars, month name, Chaitra, Vaishak, Jyesht, Ashad, Shravan, Bhadrapad, right? So, Ashad month comes every year, right? 12 months comes every year. But Purushottam month comes once in 2 or 3 years, actually 3 years. So, when the Purushottam month coincides with Ashad month, okay? When the Purushottam month coincides with Ashad month, there's a very nice celebration which happens in Jagannath Puri. It's called as Navakalevar. Anyone knows what Navakalevar is? New deities. Lord Jagannath's new deities are carved. Navakalevar. So, and it doesn't happen every fixed 12 years, 13 years. It happens. So, the first, in the 20th century, the first time it happened was 1912. Then 1931. Then 1950, then 69, 1977, all varying. And the latest was 2015. 2015, Navakalevar. So this Purushottam month, when it coincides with Ashad month, in Jagannath Puri, new deities of Lord Jagannath are carved. Okay, it's a very, very big festival. They have to select the wood called Daru Brahma. Lord Jagannath is called as Daru Brahma. Daru means not alcohol, not Hindi or Daru. Daru here means wood. Wood. Brahma means Supreme Lord. So Lord, when comes in the wooden form, he is called as Daru Brahma. Okay? There's a beautiful verse which says, because he has appeared in the form of wood. Daru Brahma. So it says, Vedanam Saramisham Sujana Pavitram Brahma Darum Smarami. Okay? The last session we talked about different verses from Brihad Bhagavatamrita, but how is called Daru Brahma. Okay? Now, because he is in the form of wood, he has come in the form of wood, he can be bathed every day. Okay? He can be bathed every day. And if you see beautiful, paint these are not Jagannath Puri deities, but this is how Jagannath Puri deities look like. Right? His big round eyes, black, red color, right? In Jagannath Puri, the Lord is painted with natural colors. When you pour water on the Lord, the color will come off. Right? So they don't bathe. So what do? They put a mirror in front of the Lord. They put a mirror in front of the Lord and they bathe the mirror. It's as if the Lord is being bathed. Cheto darpana marjanam. Darpana is mirror. Okay? So the Lord is bathed with a mirror in front of the Lord and the mirror is bathed. That's how they work. But once a year, the Lord is bathed publicly. What is that festival called as? Snan Yatra. The Lord is bathed in a very majestic way. Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, they are in the dais and they are bathed very profusely. And after what happens, normally if we are in the shower for a long time, very cold water, what happens? Achoo! Sick. The Lord gets sick. Transcendental sickness. And he goes into seclusion. And that is called as Ana Avasara. Avasara means auspicious. Ana Avasara means inauspicious. The 15 days, there's no darshan of Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. And during that time, they are given herbal, tonic, medicine, everything. And if we, LA, Los Angeles, they are Yatra. Today. So till yesterday, there's an amazing devotee. Her name is Jagadambika Mataji, who takes care of Lord Jagannath Baldev Subhadra in LA temple. And if you follow her, she posting every day, oh Lord Jagannath is sick, he's getting better. We are very ready. She's so much, she loves Jagannath so much. Right? So she takes care of Lord Jagannath, and they are just below Pupa's quarters. They're upstairs in a closed room, recuperating. Right? And after 15 days, they come fresh, intoxicated, ready to go to begins. Right? That is the small connection between Lord Purushottam of Purushottam Kshetra in the Purushottam month. Okay? Now, I don't know if you had time, but I'll quickly say the pastime of appearance of Lord Jagannath. This is very famous, most commonly heard pastime. So, after Krishna left from Vrindavan, he went to where? Dwarka, right? And as I mentioned, the Lord would sleeping, he would say, Radhe, Gopi, oh Sudam, oh Subal, give me a flute back, give me this. He's thinking about Vrindavan. Okay? And he had 16,108 wives, Mahishis, queens in Dwarka. They took care of him in every possible way, to the best possible abilities, without, no lacks, perfect. Still, he was crying for Vrindavan. And they were like, what is this? The queens wondered, what is this, what is Radharani, why is the Lord shedding tears while sleeping? Not just sleep. Satyabhama says not just sleeping, during the day also he keeps chanting and walking around. Who is this? Who are these personalities? They're not privy to it. And the queens of Dwarka, they don't know about the gopis of Vrindavan. So, the queens asked the best possible candidate. Asked who? You know, Mother Rohini. Why did they ask Mother Rohini? Because she witnessed personally all these pastimes in Vrindavan when Krishna was growing up. Right? So they asked Mother Rohini. Very often we hear Krishna crying out in sleep. Why does he do that? What's so special about Radha and the gopis? Can you please elaborate? Right? So there's a beautiful section in Brihad Bhagavatamrita written by the elder brother of our dearmost Acharya Sri Rupa Goswami. His name is Sanatan Goswami. He wrote a beautiful literature called as Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Okay? In that there's beautiful verses. He says, Kim api brute ratrau swapan api. During the day, during the night, what is he doing? What is Krishna doing? They're asking questions to Mother Rohini. Okay? I'll cut that short. And then Mother Rohini answers. It's very difficult to understand. That is sweetness of Brajalila. The pastimes of Vrindavan are so sweet, it's very difficult to understand. It may seem very normal. Hey, one child is roaming around, he's happy, so what is the big deal about it? When we see Krishna as Dwarkadhish, helmet, this boy, he is God. We naturally attribute the majestic aspect. God must be majestic. God must be, full decked up in a singhasan, one leg up, this and that. Hey, that's how we attribute God as. But that is the Aishwarya aspect. But sweetness is something which is very difficult to understand. If you say Krishna, who eats dirt, I may say, see, he is God. First thing we'll say is, are you mad? Which God eats mud? Which God steals? Which God lies? That in Vrindavan, there's an imagined window, okay? And when you enter Vrindavan, keep the logic outside and come in. Logic does not work in Vrindavan. Logic outside. Krishna's Aishwarya, outside. Even though Krishna shows Aishwarya, he showed the entire universe in his mouth. You know what Mother Yashoda thought? He's taken over by a ghost. And what she did after do that? What did she do after that? Thinking that he's possessed by a ghost, she took nice big pile of cow dung. Bathe him with cow dung and cow urine. May you get purified. That is what Mother Yashoda's love is. If he showed Arjuna in Kurukshetra, Krishna showed the universal form, right? The Virat Roop. So Arjuna is in which mood? Which bhav is in? Sakhya bhav, friendship. He used to sit on the same table as Krishna. Sometimes he used to sleep on Krishna's lap. Sometimes he cut jokes with Krishna. That's what friends do, right? But the moment he saw Krishna's Virat Roop, that friendship came down to servitorship. Sakhya bhav went to dasya bhav immediately. That is what happens when Krishna shows his majestic appearance, majesty outside Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, nothing works. So one Acharya says, the reason Krishna went out of Vrindavan is to see Bhagavad Gita. Because if he says Bhagavad Gita in Vrindavan, the Bhagavad say, chal. Oh, go ahead. No one will take him seriously. Right? That's how the sweet Vrindavan sweetness is there. We can't understand the logic. Okay? So, it's very sweet, intoxicating. Mother Rohini says, you can't, once you start hearing Vrindavan Lila, you wouldn't want to go back. It's very, very attractive. So, and because you are royal queens, you are in the, you are in different mood. It's very difficult to understand, but I'll still tell you. Okay? So, Mother Rohini starts describing Krishna's Bal Leela. How he used to jump one tree to another. He used to take swords out of his father's. Krishna and Balram, they used to open Manda Maharaj's cupboard, take swords out, and do sword fighting. And looking at them, Mother Yashoda's heart was in the mouth. Due to all kinds of things, Mother Yashoda had, but if we had to go through, you will say, what is this nonsense? What is going on? Right? Same Mother Yashoda is going, what are kids doing? Don't do that. That's what Mother Yashoda is doing. Right? Naughtiness. The height of naughtiness. The epitome of naughtiness was Krishna and Balram. Right? So, Mother Rohini gave a caution. See, I'm going to tell the pastime, but if Krishna or Balram, they hear it, they will forget everything. They'll go mad with ecstasy. And very difficult to control them once it happens. So please, someone has to stand guard at the door. Who will take the charge? So Queen said, no, not me. I want to hear. No, I will not go. You go. No? In Hindi we say, pehle aap. Right? So no, So Mother Subhadra said, okay, fine, I will go. Mother Subhadra standing guard at the door. But now she also wants to hear. Right? She told, okay, I will stand outside, but she wants to hear the pastime. She's so eager. Utkantha. Samutkantha. So eager to hear pastimes of Lord Krishna. Especially Bal Leela. See, Bhama Vrindavan, the Vrindavan which happened in 5,000 years ago, is so special that only in Bhama Vrindavan there is Bal Leela of Krishna, not in the spiritual world. In Goloka Vrindavan, spiritual world, Krishna is Nava Yovanam, always youthful. There is no Bal Leela in Goloka Vrindavan. So this Bhama Vrindavan is even more special because Krishna shows his Bal Roop, Bal Gopal Roop, right? Which makes it more special, amazing. Okay, so now they all assembled, right? And okay, Subhadra, make sure stand, guard the door. When Krishna Balaram comes, make sure they are not able to listen to what I'm saying. Okay. As I mentioned, she really wants to listen, right? So now she was standing guard at the door, and sometimes you do, right? Just trying to hear with, cupping her ears, trying to hear whatever she could hear. And she is so rapt in trying to listen, but Mother Rohini is saying, two people have to come by. Who? Krishna and Balaram. And they are seeing, they look for some time, what is Subhadra doing? She is in that pose for a long time. Something is going on inside. They say, chalo, let's hear what is going on. And they go and they start hearing. So Subhadra actually doesn't cup, she puts her hand behind, not holding the door, and tries to hear. That's why if you see Lord Jagannath, well Subhadra, but Subhadra doesn't have hands. Have you seen? Mother Subhadra Jagannath has hands, right? You can't see in this picture. Oh, yeah, there is at the top. See, there is chakra and there is shankha there. Lord Jagannath has. Baldev has mace and there is hala. Right? They have hands. Can you show what Mother Subhadra's hand are? You won't find, because she is guarding like this. How she won't have hands? Right? She is guarding the door. Right? And Lord Jagannath and Balsubhadra has hands. Now, hearing those, beautiful narrations of Vrindavan, Subhadra started going ecstasy. Oh, there are it's called Ashta Sattvika Vikaras. 8 transformations which happens when we are in that. It's a very high subject matter, but there are certain transformations in the body which happens. Okay, and she started exhibiting those symptoms. Krishna and Balaram, when they saw that Mother Subhadra is hearing something and something happening in her body, she said, "What is going on? Something's very important going on inside." We always want to hear, and because she is holding the door, they didn't want to disturb Subhadra, because if they disturb, then everything will plan is spoiled. They also go close to hear what is going on inside the door, in the room. And the moment they start hearing, see, Krishna's pastimes are so enamoring, so endearing, so amazing, and Krishna himself gets attracted to hear these pastimes. Right? So, Naham tishtami vaikunte yoginam hridayeshu va yatra gayanti madbhakta tatra tishtami narada. Lord Narad Muni asked Lord Vishnu, "Oh my dear Lord, where should we find you if I want to find you?" Says, Naham tishtami vaikunte. Naham, no. Tishtami means reside. Where? Vaikuntha. I'm not, you won't find me in Vaikuntha. Okay, then where? Yoginam means in all the yogis, Hridayeshuva, not in the hearts of the yogis. Okay, I can find you in Vaikuntha, I cannot find you in the hearts of the yogis. Then where can I find? Yatra gayanti madbhakta tatta tishtami narada. Yatra gayanti, the place where my devotees gayanti, the place bhakta, the place where my devotees sing about me, talk about me, chant about me, glorify me, tatra, that place, tishtami, O Narada. So when we speak Krishna Katha with full sincerity, without ulterior motive, not with intention. I will take 5 lakhs for this katha. I will like this, give me something so I can speak katha. No. When there's no transaction, you are just speaking Hari Katha just for the pleasure of Krishna. That's it. When with that mood, when we speak Hari Katha, Krishna becomes attracted. Hey, kya bol raha hai? Kaun bol raha hai? He becomes attracted to hear those pastimes. Right? And so, when happens, when we get very excited, what happens? Hands, what we do? And we do right? So Krishna did the best version possible. He pulled his hand back, big eyes, and that the form of Lord Jagannath. They are in ecstasy, absolute madding ecstasy. That is the power of Braj Leela. Pastimes of Vrindavan has that particular potency which can even put Krishna into ecstasy. That is the power. Right? So, when they all three displayed this majestic, beautiful form. See, they are so merciful. If you see the Lord, any entity you'd see, they have eyelids. Right? Do you see any eyelids here? No. They don't have eyelids at all. They are so merciful. We say, right? Kripa kataksha bhajanam. Just have one glance upon me, O my Lord. They are saying, so be it. Full eyes open, 24 hours, 365 days. Full eyes open. And so big eyes, so they look much broader vision. Right? It's so merciful, Lord Jagannath. Okay. And when they display that form, the transcendental spaceman, who's that? Narad Muni, Kalhapriya Narad Muni came, and immediately there he saw these beautiful forms of, they call us the forms of Mahabhav. So even beyond Prem, there are different stages to Mahabhav. Right? So Narad Muni said, I have seen it. Huh? So Narad Muni requested the Lord something. May that form, your Mahabhav Prakash, is called a Mahabhav Prakash. These forms are called Mahabhav Prakash forms. Be manifest in some place on this earth. Let all the people in the world see that beautiful form of yours and worship you in that particular form. That is my only request. Narad Muni said. And Krishna said what? Tathastu. Right? And that's how the appearance of Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. That is the pastime. Right? And punchline. The same Jagannath you see here is not different than Sachirandan Gaur Hari. If you see your deities, the right side, you will see Sachinandan. The name of deities are Nitai, Sachinandan. We have Yashodanandan, we have Nandanandan, right? We have Sachinandan. He is the son of Mother Shachi. So what is the punchline here? Say Gaur, say Krishna, say Jagannath. So that Jagannath is not different than Krishna. And Krishna, and our Krishna is not different than Gaur, Sachirandan here. Right? So they are not different. When we are saying Lord Jagannath, or when we are seeing Sachirandan, we should understand that we are seeing Lord Jagannath himself. That they are not different. And say Gaur, say Krishna, say Jagannath. Acharyas say that. So that is the pastime of the appearance of 3 pastimes finally finished. Took 5 sessions. The appearance of Lord Jagannath. And we talked something about the connection between Purushottam and Purushottam Mas. Okay? See, that tune is for, which Kadha Chitkal will come. That tune. Right? Okay. Which, anyone has any questions? We have some time before the altar curtain opens. Any questions, any reflections, any comments, anything? Anyone? Any corrections? Okay. Once, twice, thrice. Okay. So now, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sachirandan, when he was in Jagannath Puri, he used to dance. Remember Prema? He came here to inaugurate the Sankirtan movement. Kirtan means singing the names of Krishna loudly. That is Kirtan. Sankirtan means chanting in congregation group. So it's 12:30, the curtains will open and there will be Aarti. In Aarti, we don't just simply stand like a statue, we sing. So I request all of you to please, it's not very complicated. There's no Vedic mantras, no complicated mantras here. Just one simple mantra. What is the mantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Right? Even though it's mentioned in the Upanishad, right? And Upanishads have certain qualifications. Person has to have certain qualifications. But this mantra is free for all. Anyone can chant at any place. No niyama, no kala, no patra, no desha. No time, no place, no circumstance can stop. It's not that, oh, this is a very bad place, we can't chant. No. If you chant in that bad place, the place becomes pure. That's the potency of mantra. So please engage in the chanting of the holy names. There will be wonderful kirtan from our youth, the devotees here. Please chant. Please don't be shy. Please chant as openly as possible, loudly as possible, freely as possible. Hare Krishna. Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Sudhanshu ki. Jai Shri Chandra Bhagwan ki. Jai. Hare Krishna. Shipupad ki. Jai. Shipupad ki. Jai.
जय श्री निताय सचिनंदन भगवान की जय। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री